Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Anna and this is Tales from the Craft Room. Today, I thought I would share with you some of the things that I have made since the last time I shared with you some things that I have made. I don't know for sure whether, I know this isn't all of them because I've actually made a little kitty cat that is not here. But I think for the most part, since the last time I shared anything, which I believe was all hats, this pile here that you can't see is everything that I have completed. So let's start with the Addie hats in no particular order. This one is a sparkly pink. Same on both sides. You can see the sparkle. And then I have another Addie hat. This is a kind of a brownish color, kind of a little bit of variegated to it. It is also the same on both sides. And then I have this other hat. This is made with a variegated yarn. This is some yarn that my sister gave me. This yarn here, I think, came from Terry from Nana's Crochet Ideas. If not, it came from a local friend that just gave me some yarn that she didn't like. I can't remember. But anyway, I know this is some yarn that my sister gave me. This is a cake. It's like called Fairyland or something. This is the other side. So there's a blue going into different shades of blue all the way. And this one is it wasn't quite a full skein. It could have been if I wouldn't have used it for something else, but I used it for something else. So I had to finish the top off. This is actually, I don't know if you can tell, but that is a royal blue color. It kind of looks black to me, but honestly, it is a royal blue color. So this is one side of it, and this is the other side. And I have no idea why the striping changed on this. It's just kind of weird how that changed. However, I do have somebody that is interested in this hat. They seen it today, and I told them they couldn't have it quite yet. But now that I've shown you guys, I'm going to contact them and let them know that if it'll fit their head and they still want it, they can have it. So anyway, there's that hat. And I believe that I know this last one. I showed you guys this, the candy corn hat that I made. All black on one side, and on the other side, the candy corn colored yarn. I said I was going to keep this hat, but I have changed my mind on this because I do not like the way it fits my head. So I'm going to put that in the donation bucket so somebody else can enjoy it as much as I know I would if I like the way it fit my head, which I do not. So next item on the agenda, I'm going to show you this. This is, I think I used my own yarn on this. Or maybe this is some yarn that was recycled from a mom hat. All of it except the purple, and there's a little bit of blue on this side. Or maybe I added to it, I can't remember. But this is some of that Halloween yarn, that sparkle Halloween yarn from Hirschner's. I know the purple is from a different one. But anyway, yeah. And, typical Anna hat. We have tails everywhere. Especially at the top. So this one was actually knitted with knitting needles that I did. And instead of doing the decrease at the top, I just went up to 9 inches and then gathered the top. So, yes. There is another one to add to the bucket. And then the last hat that I have to show you here, I was watching Ella over at No Catchy Name, and I think Mad Mimi's Crochet, maybe? I can't remember, but she did a thing that Mimi did, or whatever that channel is, I believe that's where it is, of creating a project that started with your name. So my name being Anna, I went to Ravelry and I typed in Anna, and the first thing I came up with was Anna from Frozen. I know nothing about that movie. I have not seen that movie, but hey, that was my name. And since I was kind of stuck at work when I was doing this, I just grabbed the yarn that I had available. So this is not the same colors as the hat in the pattern, but I followed the exact pattern that was provided. I do not like this hat. I did not add the hair. It had hair on it too, but I decided not to add that. But I have a red and black hat. This is the Anna hat. And those are the only two colors that I had. And in typical Anna fashion, we have tails. Yes, we do. I can't remember what I do here. I think I just tied it. I don't remember. I bet I did. But I tied it. But anyway, I used the pattern. It's not my favorite pattern. It's not my favorite style. But I did make the hat in the way the pattern said to make it. And it does fit my head. So this will also be going into the donation bucket. The next item that I made, like I said, these are in no particular order because I'm saving the best for last, is this itty bitty napping kitty or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. Catnap kitty. I made the little kitty cat. They're wearing his pajamas, and this was no sew. This was super easy. This whole project was no sew. And then I made the little sleeping bag for it. You make a little granny square, you put the top, and then you create the back, and then you crochet all around it. Super easy. They said this was a couple-hour project, but this took me like 2 days to make with interruptions. But I thought this was super cute, and like I said, it is a no-sew pattern. Super easy, super cute, and I like that. Now, for the best one yet, if you guys remember, if you've been here for a while, you remember that last year, maybe about this time, I can't remember, Sister gave me a crochet kit for an alien Santa. And she told me that I was supposed to use it kind of like Elf on the Shelf, only alien on a shelf or something for Christmas. I finally got this one done. Per the pattern, this is supposed to be 11 inches tall. It's not 11 inches tall. The crochet hook that they gave me with the kit and the yarn that they gave me with the kit, there's no way it would have been 11 inches tall. So, here is the Santa alien. Got a little jingle bell on the top. I think he's super cute. The only problem is once I added his hat, he is very top heavy. And he falls over backwards or he falls over frontwards. So he is definitely going to have to be, leaned up against something if he sits anywhere because he cannot sit properly. And I did put things where the pattern told me to. So I'm not sure what the deal is, why he won't sit up. And another thing too is I misunderstood the pattern and I did the hat brim incorrectly. I did a bobble stitch like every single stitch. It was supposed to be like every other stitch. So this Santa alien has way more fluff on his hat than he's supposed to have. But I thought it turned out pretty cute. And now that I've made the one from the kit, I have started another one with regular worsted weight yarn and using a size, I think I'm using a G, or maybe it's an H, I can't remember. Whatever the pattern specifically says to use, I'm using that size crochet hook. And I will say, because I'm doing it with the, the same color combination as this, I did not put the black bottom on it. The bottom of it, I don't know why they gave him a black butt. But the bottom of the one that I am currently making is the same color. It is red. And I'm going with the same color scheme as what this one is, except his skin, instead of being this gray color, is a sparkly green. I have the body made, and I am currently working on the arms for the alien. And fingers crossed, I'm hoping to get that finished before too long. It shouldn't be too bad because it is a much larger, scale item, and it's a lot easier to work with than these little bitty skinny, smaller than pencil pieces that I didn't like working with because the yarn was very stringy and it was just such small stitches that I had trouble seeing them. So anyway, that's what I've been up to here recently and what I have been able to accomplish and what I've made since the last time that I showed you, that I can remember anyway. So I will see you guys right back here for my next video.